Hi everyone, this is Nick, and I'm going to review the anime series Demon Slayer, which came out initially. Let me get another tab here. I had a tab with the premise, but not one. The Wikipedia. Here we are. Let's see. The Japanese name is Kimetsu no Yaiba. Blade of Demon Destruction translates Blade of Demon Destruction. And it was originally a manga series, and the original run was February 15th, 2016 to May 18th, 2020. It has 23 volumes. It's a shonen demographic. And then there's the anime series, which is written. The studio behind it is Ufotable, one of my favorite studios. And the series started running April 6, 2019, up until the present. It's still ongoing. It has 55 episodes to date, including 2 movies, the Mugen Train movie, and then the Swordsmith Village movie, which I haven't seen either one of those. I think they're just as I'm aware, I think they're kind of just I think they just kind of combined all the episodes into a feature-length film. I might have to see it one day in that way. And then they have a video game, which I actually live stream my channel. I called it Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hanakami Chronicles 2021. They have an upcoming one, Kimetsu no Yaiba Kappo Kengeki Royale, which is probably a battle game. I don't know if they're going to do a sequel to the Hanakami Chronicles, but anyway, those are the games. So this series is, I really love it. It's one of my favorites. It's really quite entertaining. It has great animation. It's very colorful and vivid. They're a really great company. Does I haven't seen all their stuff. I did realize that recently, I was playing the game Hack, the Hack games, and I don't know how much the animation did. I know they definitely did the fully animated cutscenes. They did the cutscenes in those games, and also they did. I don't know about the other Tales games. I know they did in Arise. They did the full motion videos, the animated cutscenes. I'm not sure about the others, but anyway, they did those two. Those are some other examples of their work. I haven't seen everything they've done, but I've seen this show, and then those 2 games, or the Hack games and Tales of Arise. And anyone who's played those games or seen my live stream of Hack, will see that they do. The work they've done is really quite stellar. So let's see. Anyway, I'll read the premise. Here it is. Okay, it says Tanjiro sets out to become a demon slayer to avenge his family and cure his sister. A family is attacked by demons. Only 2 members survive: Tanjiro and his sister Nezuko, who's turning into a demon slowly. Tanjiro sets out to become a demon slayer to avenge his family and cure his sister. And it just kind of goes from there. So, yeah, it's pretty good. It had a pretty good start. I think probably its best season to me was probably season 2, which is combined Mugen Train and Entertainment District. And then you meet these other characters along the way, like Zenitsu and Nosuke, Tengen Uzui, all these other characters. Which now this show, I think it kind of suffers somewhat typical shonen series problem. The protagonist is kind of a bit on the end of being a bland, a bit of milquetoast, and then he's somewhat to some degree he's overshadowed by all the other characters. It's kind of a common thing, but Tanjiro does get better as the series goes on. He starts to become more bold, more fierce. It gets more interesting as it goes on, but kind of when it starts, he's a bit on the end of milquetoast. but he does get better as things go on. Especially by the Swordsman Village, he starts to get really quite... gets better and better by then, especially. And, yeah, my favorite ones on this show are Zenitsu, Inosuke, Tengen, who else? Yeah, Urokodaki, when he's on the show, he's funny. And then, what is the guy's... Haganasta, the sword maker, he's funny. Especially when, like, in the earlier season when Zenitsu broke, or Tanjiro broke his sword, he got all quite upset and started chasing him like he's trying to kill him. And then, like, Nezuko's really cute in the show. Oh yeah, something else they do in the show, speaking of cute, it's kind of like on the show, somewhat similar to like they have on Jujutsu Kaisen, where they have these 2D animation parts. They do on Demon Slayer as well. For anyone who's seen that show, Jujutsu Kaisen, I mean, they have those kind of parts. It's quite fun. It's, gives it it's kind of a neat quirk the show has. And then they have these parts at the end, these 2D animation parts. I mean, recently I forgot to watch them. Usually, with most shows, just when the credits happen, I just skip to the next episode. But I wouldn't recommend skipping the end credits because they have these parts at the very end. Usually, these parts called Taisho Era Secrets. They're quite funny and entertaining, so don't skip them. Don't remember not to skip the credits. Just go to the end of it, and they'll have a part at the very end. And they're all unique. Every episode has their own. So, yeah. Also, the English cast. I haven't watched it subbed, but the English cast in the show is really good. They have big names. Zach Aguilar. Who else? They have him. He plays Tanjiro. They have Tengen Uzui. He's played by Ray Chase. Inosuke is played by Bryce Papenbrook. I mean, those are some of the big names. They have others, but I'll just name a few offhand. They have some really good actors on the show, voice actors. And like I said, some of my favorite characters, I mean, they're just always fun to watch. Another one I really liked was Rengoku. He died, unfortunately. Spoiler here. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to hear it, but he dies in the Mugen Train, but he was also quite entertaining. His thing was, set your soul ablaze. I mean, he was really an entertaining character. He had a really, they developed him pretty well in the short time he was on the show. Same with the other, they do a pretty good job, and they managed to really develop them over the course of the show. Without taking too long either. I mean, they do it in the way where it doesn't slow things down. It really just works very well. For showing the show, they don't slow it down in a bunch of overlong flashback scenes. They manage to do it in a way that works, and it keeps the pacing good. And the music in the show is pretty good. I don't know if it's, again, like most shows, I don't know if it's catchy. I think it works great in the show. When watching it, I don't know if it's some like Spy Family where I want to buy the soundtrack and hear it when I'm doing stuff or out and about, but it's still pretty good. It fits the show well. It fits the whole feudal Japan type of feel very well. Taisho era. It's kind of like feudal Japan a bit. And of course, they have plenty of we got plenty of waifus in the show, like Mitsuri and Nezuko. Plenty of hot women on the show. And it has enough for women too. Like they have guys in the show could be really hot. So I mean, the show could be work for women as well. I think it's kind of a show. I mean, it works for both men and women. Both of them can find things to enjoy. And of course, the fight scenes in the show are really quite good. Ufotable. And they're really good at animating the fight scenes. Are quite entertaining, and they're you don't want to take your eyes off the screen. They're just so fun. They're just so entertaining, so tense. And they're supposed to have another season. They just finished recently the Swordsmith Village season a week or two ago. Ran for 11 episodes. They finished it, and all the episodes are dubbed now, so anyone who's interested in watching dubbed episodes like on Crunchyroll, they're all voiced in English now, so you don't have to go subbed anymore. So I think the next season, as I heard, I haven't read the manga series, it's supposed to be the Hashira training arc, I think. I think that's the next one. And Hashira basically on the show is kind of this, person who's able to, this demon slayer who's able to fight these upper rank demons all on their own. They become a Hashira. That's what sets them apart from the other ones. So yeah, it's a great show. I think it's about a 9 out of 10. I give it. This recent season, I think the previous seasons were better, but it was still a pretty good season. But again, I think the previous ones I like more. Still have some great moments in it, but it's just, compared to previous ones. I mean, they set the bar really high, but still solid overall. Has it really ended very strongly. I mean, the ending of the show the season was quite unexpected, quite touching. It was quite, if you see it, you'll probably feel the same way. Yeah, I recommend the show. It's anyone who likes battle shonens, kind of a feudal Japan type of feel, demons and great animation, colorful characters. Probably like the show quite a bit. I hope you enjoyed my review. Please give a like and subscribe, and stay tuned for other videos and live streams. And I will see you later.